Feels like it's been ages since I did an update on the Escort build. We've got it back from the body shop yesterday. I towed it back home, so here it is, freshly blasted and freshly primered, and I'll give a quick walk around now so you can see kind of what to expect to deal with if you take your own on, and the state of this one. So let's get on with the walk around. The front and the engine bay is actually, it's looking a lot better. I know it's still in yellow, but that's just the colour of the primer that they've used to do it. But as you can see, the chassis rails here, it's all actually looking a lot better in the inner wings. The state of the paint on it was kind of terrible. I've just chucked a spare dashboard up there. But yeah, I mean, we've got a little crease in the chassis rail. But there's a lot of things we've revealed with the shot blasting that's a bit more obvious now. Because you can see I've got subframe in here, but it's obviously had engine mounts welded in to the chassis rails. And it's got them both sides. We've just got the glass bead dropping out all over the place from everywhere it's got in as well. But yeah, it's actually pretty good condition around the front here. As I said before, this front panel, that's being replaced anyway. We've got the brand new one up there, which is quite good. There are a few weird things we noticed on the shell that it just, to me it seems like if it was completely a Group N car it wouldn't have had these, and I might be totally wrong in that. Someone can correct me. But once we removed the arch liners and blasted it off, what we found all the way down here, if you can see, we've got, there you are in the wheel arch, we've got these here, which are obviously tubes welded in, and they were obviously used before these wings were put on. But that to me is an air jack system, and it's just made it obvious that there's a couple of them here in the rear as well, and that's obviously what they were for. Now, one other thing as well in here, it's got these on the floor, which is actually, that's the mount for the rear bushes. So it's had these tubes cut in with a nut welded into the bottom, and it's been threaded through from there. I don't know whether it's had a knock and it's knocked the originals and the shell out a bit, so they've put these in, or it was just a way of strengthening it. I'm not entirely sure. It's another one of those things that maybe somebody knows and they can shed a bit more light on. But yeah, all looking kind of good. It's good to me anyway. I mean, it's nice to get the paint off and see that it's not actually that bad to deal with everything. So yeah, the floor pans aren't great. There are a few holes and there's a few bits, but you can see down here, of course there's full of, it's just blasting grit dropping out of everywhere. I'll go and do something about that at some point. There's a couple of holes around here and stuff, and I think this has been cut and taken off and welded back in at some point. So, well, it's battered, but that's rally car floors for you. This is all a bit kind of plated up here, and there's somebody's gone over that, I think, with seam sealer and bits and pieces, and yeah, that's been plated over right there, right the way across. But you've got harness mounts, seat mounts and stuff in the floor here. I don't know whether they're standard ones. This is the passenger side. Yeah, as you can see, that's just a big sheet of plate metal that somebody's put in. Handbrake hole here, that's been welded over for the hydraulic handbrake, so I'll cut that out. We'll put a proper handbrake back in. And down on the driver's side, I have got my chassis number there. I'm not going to reveal that, but for obvious reasons. But yeah, this is the floor here. that's kind of, this has all been cut out and replaced, and you can see we've got the welds over there next to the chassis number where they've been quite careful to leave it in and leave the originals in. But yeah, that is all, the whole driver's side has been cut out and kind of fixed to a degree. Again, the same with the footwell. That has all been, it's not standard Ford, it's kind of, you know, cut and patch as needed. And it's what you kind of expect on these cars. The cage isn't too bad. There's a lot of welds like this, I think, just want a good tidying up, grinding down, maybe re-welding to fill the holes around here, and smooth that out just to give a better finish. And the same with the welds up here. It just kind of wants sorting. I don't know whether in the roof, this is why there's no roof scoop fitted, because that one bar goes right the way across diagonally and it would interfere. So I don't know whether I might actually remove that bar. I suspect with the bracing going everywhere else as well, I can possibly cut this out and remove it, this one, and then I've got the option of putting the roof scoop in if I want to. So I may well do that, or I might even piece a couple of extra bits in across, just two going across, and cut that diagonal. Or I'll figure something out, we'll do something. It might be the case that we put a couple of diagonals in to the middle of that kind of beam at the B pillars, and we might fit a roof scoop. So yeah, the roof is coming off and being replaced, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's not too bad actually, the floor. I think it actually looks better and more hopeful after it's been blasted, and we'll see how it gets on. So yeah, again, in the back there's parts like this. I'm not sure why that was cut and welded like that. There'd have been a reason. It might have been something to do with the fuel tank. I don't know whether the fuel tank's going to sit here in the middle just to try and balance the car better, but as you can see where we've pushed it back in the garage, on the floor here, it has actually got all these holes. There's a few extra holes down here as well, but we can sort them out, no problem. But yeah, there's these fuels, and I think that was to mount the fuel tank too. That's why it's had this plate. It's had the boot floor cut out and this plate put in. So, but also it's had, I don't know whether you can see, there's circles round there that have been, it looks like something's been welded to it, and the same here. So yeah, plenty to be on with, plenty to get sorted before it goes back to the body shop, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's where the car is now. That's my kind of quick update for I guess this week. It's back. Unfortunately, the next video, it might just be a long video of me grinding welds and doing bits and pieces, but I'll try and cut that as short as possible, get a few bits and pieces done, and hopefully get some progress made. But yeah, back from blasting, that's where I am now, and I thought I'd just give that quick update on it. And yeah, I need to make a plan and just crack on with bits and pieces now, but hopefully we'll have some more exciting, more interesting new videos coming soon. Right now I'm going to go and return the shot blaster, because I ordered a blasting cabinet and they've sent me a shot blaster, completely the wrong one. So yeah, this week was planned that I was going to blast off a load of pieces. I was going to get a cool video of, you know, bits not looking so good, like this gearbox cross member. I've had to go sanding it, just waiting for the blaster to come so I can, you know, get on with it. That was planned for this week, but the company I bought it from sent me the completely wrong item, so I'm set back a few days or weeks now. We'll see how it goes. And I'm already set back a few, maybe a week from delaying towing this back in the rain. So all fun and games, but you don't start these projects and expect everything to run smoothly and on time. So yeah, time to crack on and get going. Just kind of, you know, getting ready to get this all cleaned up, start tidying bits of welds up, other bits and pieces, and hopefully soon, well, I'm hoping to get them front wings off as well. They will be up for sale at some point, but I need to remove them first, and there's some quite difficult to remove welding in there. Also, one side they haven't used bolts to put it on, they've just welded the tabs straight onto the shell, so that's going to be fun to remove with something in my arm right up the back of the wing. So get there eventually, but that's where I am now. I just need to kind of plod on, just grind away at it, and hopefully we'll get some exciting content and bits going back on the car soon. I have popped the dashboard back in, as you can see there. I'm not sure whether to do some repairs on this dashboard, kind of customise it, get it neatened up a bit, fiberglass a few parts in, like across here. I've got a part to bolt into there, I think, but yeah, that's going to be all fiberglassed and customised if I use this one. The other option is I've got a Mark 6 dashboard here, which is a bit better condition. I've given them a quick clean up, but this is a bit better condition. I don't know whether it's sacrilege to put a Mark 6 dashboard in the Cosworth. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you're enjoying the series. It might drag on a bit. This is the reality of rebuilding a car yourself. It's not all wheeler dealers and done overnight and you have somebody lined up with all the parts. That's, you know, that's kind of pre-done months, years in advance, and they've got everyone lined up and paid a lot of money just to do it. But yeah, doing it yourself, it takes a long time, and I'm hoping to kind of, a bit with this is to open the eyes of people that think they can just buy a wreck of a car and do it themselves overnight. That doesn't really end up being the case, and these things go, you know, 10, 20 years without being touched or without any progress made, and then they get sold on or scrapped. That is the reality of a lot of these car projects, but hopefully this one will be back on the road. I need to get the DVLA argued with and the logbook sorted, and yeah, we'll get there soon. Fingers crossed. But that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.